Hey guys, welcome back to a special episode. I'm not even sure what this series is called at the moment. My journey with Leica. That'll work. Just quickly, if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please do, it'll help. I'm currently 990 subscribers, 10 away from 1,000, which would be great if I got that. Would be absolutely delighted. So, let's do this intro thing for a minute while I think of what to say.
You're watching Rene Brun, the official channel.
So my name is Rene Brun. I've been a photographer for approximately 35 years. I've used various different cameras throughout my life. I've used Yashica, Minolta, Pentax, Nikon, Canon, Olympus, and my current system, Leica. Now, how did I get onto Leica? Because a lot of people say Leica is only for lawyers, solicitors, people with a lot of money. I don't have a lot of money. I'm a minimum wage worker, unfortunately. And I just had a bit of luck. I won €1,000 on a scratch card. And I had sold my Leica D-Lux 7 and upgraded to a Leica M8, which at the time was my dream Leica camera. But how did I get into Leica? That's what this story's about. Well, I had an Olympus Pen F, which was my last camera before the Leica series, and I absolutely loved it. I had a lovely 55mm f.14 fixed lens, and I also had a 25mm prime lens as well. Absolutely loved them. But about 4 or 5 years ago, I had a mild heart attack, and I was out of action for a while, and obviously bills were mounting up. So without telling my partner, which was wrong at the time, I see that now, I had sold my camera to help pay some of the medical bills. But that was the first time in over a year when I didn't have a camera. And she kind of saw as lost. I didn't have that zest to go out every weekend when I had a day off and do stuff. So she turned around one Christmas and surprised me with a Leica D-Lux 7. And I've always wanted a Leica, and it was a beautiful Ray Barbie special edition. I think it's the first one in Ireland to get one, probably the only one in Ireland to get one. It was limited to, I think, 5,000 worldwide. And I had this camera and absolutely loved it. I'm going to go through some of the images as I'm talking here to talk about it. It took some beautiful black and white. That's what Leicas are well known for. Their black and white is just top notch. But it also took some amazing colour pictures. After a while though, I found by the time you switch the camera on to take the photograph, especially because I like street photography, it was too slow. It took like 2 seconds, 3 seconds. By then, that's a lot of time in street photography. I've missed the shot. Plus the barrel extension on it, I found dust start getting into the camera, which I didn't like. So when I won €1,000 one day on the lottery, I saw a Leica M8 second hand for $18.99 on a particular website who don't sponsor me, so I'm not going to advertise them. And I jumped at the chance. I went and got it, and it was like my dream camera. I've always loved the Leica M series. Absolutely brilliant. Although those of you who watch the channel regularly will know that I've since changed. Just over a year and a quarter. Now, the M8 is phenomenal. It's a beautiful camera. The Kodak sensor at the time allowed the M8 to take as close as physically possible film style quality images for a digital camera, which is unheard of at the time. But Leica partnered with Kodak at the time for the sensor. The only thing was there wasn't an IR filter on the camera at the time, so you had to buy a special UV IR cut filter if Leica didn't provide the free one for you if you're the second or third owner. And that basically helped all the blacks and the yellows would actually be black and yellow instead of a slight purple tint or greenish tint. But as you see, looking at some of the images that I'm portraying here while I'm talking, I got some beautiful shots out of it. Now, lo and behold, I'd seen a Leica Q silver, which had a fixed full frame 28mm lens, f1.7, and this thing was like absolutely mint. It was bought in Nuremberg in November last year, and somebody had it on adverts and they weren't able to sell it, because these days people go, well, why would I spend 2,000 on a fixed lens camera like this that's from 2015 when you've all these new cameras like the Fuji X100VI that's 1,500 euro. That's if you can find one. They're nearly impossible to find. So the younger generation, who in fairness don't really know too much about the Leica brand or the quality of the name, wouldn't really buy this camera. And Birmingham Cameras had it in the store. For a while I kept looking at their second-hand page and it wasn't shifting. So I happened to mention to them I put my M8 up for sale, and I was looking to get approximately 2,200 for that with a lens I'd recently bought, and see if I can get that one. So they don't normally do a straight swap, but in this case Brian was brilliant. I cannot fault their service. They did a straight swap for me, simply because they knew they'd sell the M8 a lot quicker than they would the Leica Q. And I was absolutely delighted because I got a brand new mint condition Leica Q, the exact same one on a particular website again, based in the US, that had an excellent condition one for 2,600, but this was mint condition, basically new. So I got a straight swap, which is absolutely brilliant. And now I'm using the Leica Q. And for your viewing pleasure, and my pleasure, I'm going to insert a few photos from that now, along with a bit of music.